Welcome back to Luxnado, the ultimate channel for luxury aficionados. If this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out our content. We really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to the channel, plus click the bell button to stay updated on all of our latest videos. Sports have been the best source of entertainment for many years. Many of the sports on this list generate billions each year, making its participants a lot of money. Here are the top 10 most profitable sports in the world. Golf takes the top spot, with a total global market size of $84 billion. When people think of golf, they usually associate the sport with businessmen talking business on the links and wealthy retirees. With a total global market size of $84 billion, there is absolutely a good reason to associate golf with money. The sport is big business, from the manicured courses to the televised competitions. Not to mention, golf is a pleasant sport that's enjoyed by millions of people every year. Indeed, that stereotypical title as a game for rich old men is long gone, as everyone from different age groups and classes enjoys it equally. The Masters, which is a major golf tournament held annually, is expected to generate around $142 million in revenue this year. Due to its popularity and expensive golf club membership fees, you can clearly see why the sport of golf is big business. In 2022, American professional golfer Phil Mickelson became the highest earner in the sport, with earnings of $138 million annually. Soccer or association football comes in second place, with an annual revenue of $30 billion or more. Being the most popular sport with an estimated 3.5 billion fans, soccer, or football as it's called outside of the U.S., needs no introduction, as the fans of this sport spread across each continent. Also, top leagues like the Premier League in the UK and La Liga in Spain make billions of dollars. Reports revealed that the annual revenue of the Premier League in 2022 was over $6 billion, while La Liga earned $3.4 billion in revenue. As of December 2022, soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo had the highest salary out of any soccer player worldwide, earning an estimated $200 million a year with Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr. The most valuable soccer teams are Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, both valued at $5 billion. But Real Madrid is slightly more valuable than their rivals at $5.10 billion. The third sport is American football, with $17 billion in annual revenue. American football is mostly played within the United States and is becoming more popular internationally. The National Football League, or NFL for short, generates billions of dollars in revenue. In fact, the 2022 season generated over $17 billion due to the league's sponsorship deals and huge TV broadcasting deals. American football is extremely profitable on the collegiate level as well. The biggest revenue producer among American college sports is football. College football reportedly brings in an average of $31.9 million per school annually to the nation's top college football programs. A large portion of that revenue comes from television deals. ESPN's deal to broadcast the college football playoff is worth roughly $470 million annually, and the Power 5 conference TV contracts each bring in at least $200 million a year. The highest-paid NFL player is quarterback Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, with an annual salary of $50.3 million. The most valuable sports franchise in the world is the NFL team, the Dallas Cowboys, who are valued at $8 billion. To give you a better idea of how valuable NFL teams are, there are 32 teams in the league, and 30 of those teams are ranked on Forbes' list of the top 50 most valuable sports teams in the world. American football is certainly a lucrative sport. At number 4 is baseball, with $12.3 billion or more annually. Since the early 20th century, baseball has been dubbed America's pastime. It has been the sport that defines America the most, having a significant part in America's culture overall. Major League Baseball, or MLB for short, is the largest professional baseball league in the world. The league's 2022 revenue was $10.8 billion, making it the second richest sports league in the world in 2022. Baseball is popular in North America and parts of Central and South America, the Caribbean, and East Asia, particularly in Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. The highest-earning baseball player this year is a tie between Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander of the New York Mets. Both players will earn $43.3 million this year. Despite having the game's 2 highest-paid players, the Mets had a disastrous 2022 playoff season. The Mets were the first 100-win team to fail to reach the division series since the division series was implemented in 1995. They clearly choked, but as actor Tom Hanks' famous movie quote goes, "There's no crying in baseball." The sport's most valuable franchise are the Mets' crosstown rivals, the New York Yankees, valued at $6 billion. Outside of the MLB, baseball generates over $1 billion from international leagues per year. At number 5 is basketball, with $10 billion or more annually. The National Basketball Association, or NBA for short, is the premier basketball league in the world, with millions of fans worldwide. Thus, the league receives incredible earnings from its broadcasting deals. Moreover, merchandise sales and sponsorships also generate money for the NBA. Recently, the NBA pocketed $9.4 billion in revenue in 2022. Like American football, basketball can generate a lot of money on the collegiate level. The number 2 revenue-producing sport for collegiate sports is basketball, which brings approximately $8.1 million per school to the top basketball programs in the nation. The bulk of college basketball's revenue comes from CBS Sports' deal to broadcast the NCAA tournament, which is worth $1.1 billion per year. Similar to soccer, basketball is a very popular team sport. The combined international basketball leagues generate a total of over $1.1 billion per year. The highest-earning NBA player is Golden State Warriors superstar point guard Steph Curry, with earnings of $55 million per year. The most valuable NBA team is the New York Knicks, who are valued at $5.80 billion. Too bad, with that money the Knicks can't buy a championship team for shit. But I digress. Cricket ranks 6, with an annual revenue of $10 billion or more. Cricket has been a popular sport in the United Kingdom and in the Commonwealth nations since its beginning. The Indian Premier League, or IPL for short, is the world's biggest and wealthiest cricket league. It is an annual men's professional limited series cricket league held in India. The IPL now has a total of 10 teams, up from the original 8 in 2022. It made more than $10 billion in revenue this year. The sport has a very large fan base, with an estimated 2.5 billion fans worldwide. This easily makes cricket the second most popular sport in the world. The highest-paid cricketer is Virat Kohli of the Indian Premier League's Royal Challengers Bangalore, with a net worth of $122 million. The most valuable cricket team is the Mumbai Indians of the IPL, with a value of $1.5 billion. Ice hockey ranks 7th, with a yearly revenue of $6.3 billion or more. The National Hockey League, or NHL for short, is an American professional ice hockey league and the largest ice hockey league in the world. In the 2022 season, the NHL earned a revenue of over $4.9 billion. The sport is popular in Canada and the United States, as well as in European countries such as Finland, Sweden, and Russia. Outside of the NHL, ice hockey generates over $1.4 billion from international leagues per year. The highest paid NHL player is Connor McDavid, center for the Edmonton Oilers, with a yearly salary of $12.5 million. The sport's most valuable team is the New York Rangers at $2.2 billion. Motorsports comes in at number 8 with $2.5 billion or more in annual revenue. Formula One is the largest motorsports series that is held annually worldwide. The revenue from the 2022 season is about $1.4 billion. On the other hand, the world's second most popular motorsports series, NASCAR, reportedly makes $660 million annually. Also, the MotoGP, the top-tier bike racing series, earns on average $250 million per season. The highest-paid driver is Max Verstappen, who will pocket $55 million this year. Forbes has named Formula One owner Liberty Media as the world's most valuable sports empire of 2023, with a value of $20.8 billion. Boxing ranks 9th, with an annual revenue of $1.4 billion or more. Boxing is one of the most popular combat sports and is nicknamed the Sweet Science. The 4 major boxing organizations are the World Boxing Council, or WBC for short, the World Boxing Association, or WBA for short, the World Boxing Organization, or WBO for short, and the International Boxing Federation, or IBF for short. These 4 organizations are the most active in boxing and hold pay-per-view championship fights between the sport's top boxers several times a year. These big pay-per-view fights earn massive revenue for the sport of boxing. The highest-paid boxer of all time is retired boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., with a net worth of $450 million and career earnings that exceed $1 billion. The highest-earning boxing promotion company is Golden Boy Promotions, with a yearly total revenue of $100 million. This company is owned by retired boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya. Lastly, the 10th is mixed martial arts, which generates $1 billion or more. Because it incorporates striking, grappling, and ground fighting from various martial arts, mixed martial arts, or MMA for short, is regarded as the ultimate combat sport. Since the creation of the Ultimate Fighting Championship in 1993, or better known as the UFC, MMA has been one of the fastest growing sports in the world. With earnings of over $1 billion in the first quarter of 2022, without a doubt, the UFC is the biggest MMA organization in the world. The UFC's 2 biggest competitors are Bellator MMA and Singapore's One Championship, which bring in an estimated $100 million and $67 million, respectively. The highest-earning UFC fighter is Conor McGregor, with a net worth of $200 million. Thank you again for watching today's video. Let's open a discussion in the comments section about today's video or leave any suggestions for future content. See you later, everyone.